Welcome to the Link in Bio podcast, your one-stop destination for life-changing insights on health, wealth, legal education, relationships, and more. Ready to level up? Let's dive into the knowledge designed to transform your life.
Welcome to another deep dive, everybody. Today we're diving into the sometimes kind of crazy world of making money online.
Yeah.
And to help us navigate that world, we're going to be looking at this ebook here called Online Money.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something a lot of people dream about,
Yeah.
ditching the 9 to 5, working from home. But
Yeah.
as this ebook points out, it's not always easy.
For sure. Yeah, you have to figure out what are the real opportunities and what are the scams.
Exactly.
So how does this book kind of help you do that?
Well, it actually starts out by talking about someone who spent a year and $5,000 trying to figure out how to make money online.
Oh, wow.
And they had very, very limited success.
Ouch. So they're really addressing the skepticism head on.
Yeah. Yeah. And they say that, you're not going to get rich quick.
Right.
And you really have to put in the effort if you want to be successful.
Yeah, focus and patience.
Absolutely.
So let's dive into the meat of this thing. The book talks about 5 main paths to generating income online. What jumps out at you as maybe the most interesting or unexpected?
I thought that the carving out your niche online was really interesting.
Yeah.
Because, the internet offers this huge potential for small businesses
Yeah.
to find very, very specific audiences.
So instead of opening a general bookstore, you open one that's dedicated to 1950s sci-fi paperbacks or something.
Exactly. The ebook gives some really cool examples too.
Okay.
Like an online flower shop
Okay.
that just sells exotic flowers, or a classic car club that has a really active online forum.
Wow. So you're really tapping into this very specific community.
Exactly. And you can reach a global audience.
Yeah.
So even if your interest is really, really small,
Right.
there's a good chance there's a community out there for it.
That's amazing. So even if you don't think it's commercially viable,
Yeah.
You can still find an audience online.
Exactly. And the internet allows you to do that.
So that's super cool. But I imagine there's a lot to learn about building a successful online business like that. What are some of the key takeaways from the ebook?
Well, the biggest thing is to understand your target audience.
Right.
Who are these people?
Okay.
What are their needs? What are their pain points?
Yeah. It's just like any other business. You really have to know your customer.
Exactly. And then once you know who your audience is,
Yeah.
then you can create content and products that really appeal to their interests.
So it's not just about having a cool product. You have to know how to reach the right people.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you also need to have a really strong online presence.
Right.
So a professional website,
Right.
engaging content on social media,
Mhm.
and you also need to make sure you're using search engine optimization or SEO.
Okay, wait. SEO, hold on. Can you break that down for me? What is SEO?
So to imagine you're a customer and you go to Google and you type in vintage sci-fi books.
Right.
SEO is what makes sure that your website shows up at the top of the search results. So you want to make sure your website is appealing to search engines,
Right.
but also to actual humans.
Got it.
So you want to use the right keywords.
Okay.
Make sure your website's easy to navigate
Okay.
and get other websites to link back to yours.
That sounds pretty technical. Is it something you can learn on your own, or do you need to hire a specialist?
You can definitely learn the basics of SEO,
Okay.
and there's lots of resources for that. But for more complicated stuff,
Yeah.
it might be good to work with an expert,
Yeah.
but SEO is something that you have to keep working on.
So it's not just a one-time fix. You constantly have to be updating it.
Exactly, because the algorithms for search engines are constantly changing.
Oh, wow.
And so you need to keep up with that,
Right.
especially if you're running a niche business where you need to attract a specific audience.
I see.
So, yeah.
Okay, so we've got our niche. We're working on SEO. We're building a website. It's starting to feel real here.
Okay.
But the ebook also talks about some other paths to online income.
It does, yeah. There's providing essential web services
Right.
like web hosting and domain registration and web design.
Okay.
And then there's also expanding an existing business into the online world.
Ooh, that's an interesting one because it seems like every business needs an online presence these days.
They do, yeah. It's really important.
Yeah.
And the internet offers huge opportunities for businesses to reach new customers
Right.
and to drive sales and, just build their brand.
So what kind of advice does the book give about making that transition?
It says that it's important for businesses to have that same great customer service
Okay.
that they offer in their physical store online.
Okay, so it should be like a seamless transition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you're known for being really friendly in your store,
Yeah.
you should also be really friendly on your website and on social media.
It's all about consistency.
Exactly.
So they should think of their website as like a 247 salesperson.
Exactly.
Even when they're sleeping, it's out there working for them.
Yeah, but it's not just enough to like make a website and hope for the best.
Right.
You really need to think about what your goals are for your online presence.
So it's almost like launching a whole new business.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Wow.
And you need to plan it carefully.
Right.
You know, what are you hoping to achieve with this website?
Right.
Who are you trying to reach?
Right.
How are you going to measure your success?
I bet a lot of businesses struggle with that.
Yeah, especially if they're used to, working in a physical store.
Right.
The online world is different,
Yeah.
but the rewards are huge.
Right.
And this ebook really gives you the tools to make that transition.
I'm feeling a little overwhelmed already.
Yeah.
We've only talked about 2 of the 5 paths.
Right.
What does the ebook say for people who are just starting to explore these ideas and are feeling a little lost?
Yeah, it says that it's good to be excited about the possibilities,
Yeah.
but you also need to take it one step at a time.
Right.
So don't try to do everything at once.
Right. So
Yeah.
don't launch a niche business and expand your brick and mortar store and become a web hosting guru all at the same time.
Exactly. Just pick one path
Yeah.
and focus your energy on that.
Okay.
And start with some research.
Right.
Don't just jump into the first opportunity you see.
Okay.
Make sure you understand what the market's like,
Right.
what the competition's like,
Right.
what the potential challenges are.
So it's about making informed decisions.
Exactly, not chasing shiny objects.
I like that. And that's where this ebook is really great because it goes beyond just saying, here are 5 ways to make money online.
Yeah.
It actually gets into the nitty gritty.
Right, it talks about the hard work involved
Right.
and the potential setbacks.
Okay, because I think a lot of people have this idea of working online as, sitting on the beach, sipping margaritas,
Yeah,
making money while you sleep.
that's the dream.
Is that realistic at all?
I mean, it's a nice image,
Yeah.
but the ebook really emphasizes that
Yeah.
building a business online takes real work,
Right.
regardless of what path you choose.
So ditch the margaritas and grab a strong cup of coffee.
Exactly.
You
You need to treat your online business like a real business,
right.
even if you're working from your kitchen table.
Yeah. How do you know if you're even cut out for this whole entrepreneurial journey?
That's a good question.
Yeah. What are the qualities that you need to succeed?
Well, self-discipline is really important
Okay.
because you're your own boss.
Right.
You need to be able to set your own deadlines and meet them
Right.
without anyone checking in on you.
No more procrastinating.
Exactly.
Okay.
You also need to be a self-starter,
Right.
someone who can take initiative
Right.
without being told what to do.
Okay.
And then you also need to be adaptable.
Okay.
The online world is constantly changing.
Right.
And so you need to be able to keep up with that.
Right.
So learn new skills,
Okay.
embrace new technologies,
Yeah.
change your strategies when you need to.
So you have to be comfortable with uncertainty.
Exactly. Yeah, if you can embrace the unknown,
Yeah.
then the online world is really a great place to be.
That's awesome. Okay, so we've talked about, the qualities you need to succeed.
Yeah.
But what about like the financial side of things?
Right.
Does this ebook talk about, managing money and making investments?
It does touch on a few financial concepts,
Okay.
but it's not like a deep dive into investment strategies or anything.
So it's more about giving you the foundational knowledge.
Exactly. And the mindset and skills you need to build a successful online business.
Okay.
Because financial success will follow if you're doing those things correctly.
Right. So you're laying the groundwork
Exactly.
and then the money will come later.
Yeah. And that leads into one of the most interesting questions the ebook asks,
Okay.
which is, does money really make money?
Ooh, that's a good one because you do need some capital to start a business. But is money itself the key to success?
Right. Well, the ebook argues that money is just a tool.
Okay.
It's inanimate.
Yeah.
It's the human intelligence and action behind it
Okay.
that really make a difference.
Okay.
So think about it like this.
Okay.
Would you expect a Ferrari to win a race
Uh-huh.
without a driver?
No, definitely not.
Exactly. Even with all that horsepower,
Yeah.
it's not going to go anywhere.
We'll need someone to steer.
Exactly. And the same is true for online income.
Okay.
It's not about throwing money at a problem and hoping for the best.
Right.
It's about strategy and effort
Okay.
and continuous learning.
So money is like the passenger in the car.
Yes,
And we, the entrepreneurs, are the drivers.
exactly.
I love that.
And that's one of the key takeaways from this part of our deep dive.
yeah.
Online income opportunities are out there,
Yeah.
but success is about so much more than just having money.
Right.
It's about identifying your strengths,
Okay.
doing your research, and committing to the journey.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
Yeah.
We've talked about the importance of finding your niche, the power of taking a business online,
Exactly.
and the importance of treating your online venture like a real business.
Yeah.
Before we move on to the other paths to online income, I want to take a moment to just recap some key takeaways
Okay.
and address any concerns that our listeners might be having right now.
Sure.
What are some of the things you think are most important for them to remember at this point in our deep dive?
I think it's important to remember that it's okay to feel overwhelmed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information to take in.
Right.
And the online world can feel very big and scary.
Yeah.
But don't let that stop you.
Right.
Just take a deep breath
Yeah.
and remind yourself that you don't have to figure it all out at once.
Right.
Just pick one path, do your research, and start small.
So dip your toes in the water before you dive in headfirst.
Exactly.
I like that.
And then you can gradually expand your efforts as you gain confidence.
Right. So celebrate those small wins.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. What else?
It's also really important to remember that you don't have to do this alone.
Okay. Yeah.
There are tons of resources available online
Yeah, right.
and offline to help you learn new skills,
Yeah.
connect with other entrepreneurs,
Okay.
and get support along the way.
Yeah. So tapped into that community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There are forums and online communities
Yeah.
and even local meetups
Right.
where you can connect with people who are on a similar journey.
I see.
And you can share tips and, ask each other questions
Right.
and learn from each other's experiences.
And I think that's especially important if you're working from home,
Yeah,
where you might feel isolated otherwise.
exactly. So having that sense of community is really important.
Okay, great. And don't be afraid to ask for help
Yeah, exactly.
when you need it.
Whether it's a mentor
Yeah.
or a business coach
Yeah.
or even just a friend who's tech savvy,
Yeah.
there are people out there who want to help you.
Yeah. So we're all in this together.
Exactly.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
The online world can feel very competitive,
Yeah.
but it's also very collaborative.
Right.
There are lots of people who want to help.
Okay. I'm feeling better already.
Good.
But what about the financial aspect?
Right.
We talked about treating this like a real business.
Yeah.
But how do you actually manage the money and make investments?
Well, that's something we'll talk about more in the next episode.
Yeah.
But for now, I think it's important to remember that you don't need a lot of money to get started.
Oh, okay.
A lot of successful businesses were started with very little money.
Wow. So it's more about being resourceful.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then as you start making money, you can reinvest it back into your business.
Right. So you can start small and scale up.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. That's encouraging.
And even small amounts of money, when invested properly,
Yeah.
can really grow over time.
Wow. Okay, so we've addressed some of the anxieties. We've highlighted the importance of community,
Right.
and we've reassured our listeners that they don't need a ton of money to get started. I think we've laid a good foundation here.
I agree.
So before we dive into the other paths to online income, let's take a quick break and then come back and explore those exciting possibilities.
All right, so let's dive into those other paths to online income.
Yeah, let's do it.
We've already talked about finding your niche and expanding an existing business online.
Right.
So that leaves us with 3 more.
Okay, remind me what those are.
We've got providing essential web services,
Right.
tapping into the power of online auctions,
Okay.
and becoming an online marketing guru.
Ooh, online marketing guru. That sounds pretty cool. Let's start there.
Okay.
What does the ebook have to say about that path?
Well, it's all about helping businesses thrive online,
Okay.
using your marketing skills
Right?
to help them stand out in the digital age.
So like search engine optimization,
Yeah, SEO.
PPC campaigns, keyword research, all that stuff.
Exactly.
It sounds kind of like being a digital superhero for businesses.
Yeah, swooping in and saving them from online obscurity.
But seriously, there are so many different aspects to online marketing.
Right.
Do you need to be an expert in all of them?
Not necessarily. You can specialize in one area,
Okay.
like SEO or social media marketing,
Okay.
or you can offer a range of services and be like a one-stop shop.
So it's like choosing your superpower.
Exactly.
You can be the SEO master or the social media wizard or something.
Yeah, and there's a huge demand for these services
Okay.
because more and more businesses are realizing how important it is to have a good online presence.
So where do you even begin if you want to become an online marketing guru?
Well, the ebook says the most important thing is to have a solid foundation
Okay.
of marketing knowledge.
Right. So you need to know your stuff.
Exactly. You need to understand the basics of marketing,
Okay.
like market research,
Right.
target audience identification,
Yeah.
branding, all that stuff.
So it's not just about, posting a few things on social media and hoping for the best.
Yeah, you really need to understand how marketing works.
Got it. And then you also need to stay up to date on all the latest trends.
Right. Because digital marketing is constantly changing.
Yeah, there's always something new to learn.
Exactly.
So what else does the ebook say about this path?
It says that you need to have good communication skills
Okay.
because you're going to be working with clients,
Right.
and you need to be able to explain complex marketing concepts to them.
So you have to be able to speak human,
Exactly.
not just marketing jargon.
Right.
Okay. And you also need to be able to deliver results.
Of course, clients want to see a return on their investment.
Right.
So you need to be able to track your progress
Yeah.
and show them that you're making a difference.
Okay, so it's not just about talking the talk, you have to walk the walk.
Exactly.
Okay, I like that. So this path is good for people who love marketing and are good at problem solving.
Yeah, and who like working independently.
Right. But what about those of us who are more interested in decluttering our homes
Okay,
and getting rid of stuff?
that's where online auctions come in.
Oh, yeah.
You can turn your unwanted items into cash.
Like a digital yard sale.
Exactly.
I love it. Okay, but how do you make sure you're actually making money and not just giving your stuff away?
Well, the ebook says that you need to understand market demand.
Okay.
Just because you think something's valuable doesn't mean someone else will.
So you do your research.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Check eBay and see what similar items have sold for.
So you can kind of get an idea of what things are actually worth.
Right. And it's also important to present your items well.
Okay.
Take good pictures.
Right.
Write detailed descriptions. Use a catchy title.
So it's kind of like staging a house for sale.
Yeah, you want to make your items look as appealing as possible.
Okay, what about shipping costs?
Right, those are important too.
Yeah.
You need to factor those into your pricing.
Okay.
And you might even consider offering free shipping.
Ooh, I love free shipping.
It could be a good way to attract buyers.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
And this is a good way to kind of test the waters of entrepreneurship
Exactly.
without a lot of risk.
You can start small.
Okay.
Sell a few things from around your house.
Yeah.
And, get a feel for it.
So it's a good stepping stone.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've talked about the online marketing guru.
Uh-huh.
We've talked about the online auction aficionado.
Right.
That's the last path,
The last path is providing essential web services.
right? Those building blocks of the internet.
Exactly. Web hosting, domain registration, web design, content writing.
Okay, that sounds pretty technical.
It can be,
Yeah.
but the ebook says you don't need to be a coding expert
Okay.
to be successful in this area.
Okay.
There are lots of resources and tools available
Yeah.
to help you get started.
Okay, but what about competition?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
There are a lot of companies that offer these services already,
Right.
so it's a competitive market.
Yeah. How do you stand out?
Well, one option is to specialize.
Okay.
Find a niche within this broader market.
So like web hosting for small businesses or something.
Exactly. And then you can tailor your services to that specific audience.
Okay, so it's all about that niche again.
Yeah.
What else can you do to stand out?
Customer service is really important.
Okay.
A lot of web service companies are not known for their great customer service.
Yeah, that's true.
So if you can offer personalized support
Yeah.
and really go the extra mile,
Yeah.
that will make you stand out.
So be the friendly face in a sea of, automated responses and technical jargon.
Exactly. People want to work with someone they trust,
Right.
especially when it comes to something as important as their website.
Okay. Do you need to be able to build websites from scratch?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You can start by partnering with other companies
Okay.
and reselling their services.
You're like a middleman.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then as you gain experience, you can expand your offerings
All right.
and maybe even start developing your own web services.
Okay. And the ebook kind of gives you a crash course in all this stuff.
It talks about the different types of web hosting and domain registration and all the technical aspects of it.
So it's a good path for people who are organized and detail-oriented.
Yeah, and who are good with customers.
Right. But you do need to be willing to learn the technical stuff.
Yeah, even if you're not going to be a web developer yourself.
Okay, so we've explored all 5 paths to online income.
We have.
And it seems like the common thread here is adaptability
That's
and a willingness to learn and grow.
Exactly.
It's like we've gotten a glimpse into 5 different worlds,
Yeah.
each with its own challenges and opportunities.
Right.
But they're all connected by this entrepreneurial spirit.
Exactly.
It's cool. And you don't necessarily have to choose just one.
Right. You can combine them.
You can be an online marketing guru who also offers web design services.
Yeah,
Or you could sell stuff on eBay and also write a blog about your passion.
exactly.
The possibilities are endless.
They are. That's what makes the online world so exciting.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, so we've talked about all these paths, but I feel like we're missing something.
Okay. What do you think is missing?
It's like we've talked about the how-to, but not really the why.
I see what you mean.
But it's like, what's the mindset you need to be successful in all of this?
Right. The entrepreneurial mindset.
Exactly. What does the ebook say about that?
Well, it says that you need to have a growth mindset.
Okay.
So believing that you can learn and improve.
Right.
And that your abilities aren't fixed.
So it's not about being born an entrepreneur.
Right.
It's about developing those skills.
Exactly. And it's about being willing to step outside your comfort zone.
Okay.
To experiment, to fail, and to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, failure is just a part of the process.
Right. It's not the opposite of success.
Okay.
It's a stepping stone to success.
I like that.
Yeah.
And you also have to be persistent,
Yes.
even when things get tough.
Absolutely.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Right.
And you have to find joy in the process.
Yeah, if you're not passionate about what you're doing,
Yeah.
it's going to be hard to keep going.
So it's not just about the money.
Right.
It's about building something that you're proud of.
Exactly. And I think that's a really important takeaway.
Yeah.
Making money online is great,
Yeah.
but it's about so much more than that.
Right. It's about creating something meaningful.
Exactly.
Yeah. I love that. Okay, so we've talked about the mindset.
Uh-huh.
But even with the right mindset, it can still feel really daunting
Yeah.
to actually get started.
Right.
So what does the ebook say about overcoming those hurdles?
It says the most important thing is to take action.
Okay.
Don't get stuck in analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
Just start doing something.
So like the ready, fire, aim approach?
Exactly.
Just get out there and start experimenting.
Yeah, and break down your goals into smaller steps.
Okay.
So instead of trying to build a whole website at once,
Right.
just focus on one page
Okay.
or one blog post
Right.
or one social media account.
So those small wins.
Exactly.
Okay, and don't be afraid to ask for help.
Right. There are tons of resources available.
Yeah.
Online courses, business mentors, communities of other entrepreneurs.
So you don't have to do it all alone.
Exactly.
And you don't have to be an expert in everything.
No, you can outsource tasks
Okay.
or hire freelancers.
So focus on your strengths.
Exactly.
And let other people help you with the things you're not good at.
Right. And then as your business grows, you can build your team
Okay.
and delegate more tasks.
And that's how you create a sustainable business
Exactly.
that supports your lifestyle,
Right.
not the other way around.
Exactly.
Okay, that's great. And the ebook also talks about self-care.
It does. Yeah.
Okay, I'm all ears.
It's important to set boundaries,
Okay,
even when you're working from home.
right.
Make sure you're taking breaks,
Yeah.
getting enough sleep,
Okay.
eating healthy food,
Right.
and doing things you enjoy.
So treat your business like a marathon, not a sprint.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that analogy. So we've explored the 5 paths. We've talked about the mindset. And we've even touched on self-care.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's one more thing we need to talk about.
Okay. What's that?
Ethics and responsibility.
Ah, yes.
It's one thing to make money online,
Right.
but it's another to do it in a way that feels good
I agree.
and aligns with your values.
Yeah.
Does this ebook talk about that at all?
It does touch on it,
Okay.
but it could definitely go deeper.
Yeah.
But one thing it emphasizes is transparency.
Okay.
So being upfront with your audience about who you are,
Right.
what you're selling,
Okay.
and how you make money.
So no more hiding behind, vague promises or anything like that.
Exactly. You need to build trust
Yep.
by being honest and authentic.
And it's also about being mindful of the impact you're having on others,
Right.
whether it's your customers or your competitors or the wider online community.
Exactly.
Okay.
And the ebook also talks about thinking about the long-term consequences of your actions.
Yeah. So don't just chase those short-term gains.
Right. Think about whether you'll be proud of this decision in a year
Yeah.
or 5 years.
Okay, so build a business you can be proud of.
Exactly.
That's a great message.
Yeah. It's not just about making money.
Right.
It's about using your skills to make a positive difference in the world.
I love that. Okay, that was a great conversation.
It was.
I feel like we really explored the depths of this ebook.
Yeah.
But before we wrap up this deep dive,
Okay.
I want to make sure we leave our listener with some tangible takeaways.
Sure.
And maybe a final thought to ponder
Okay.
as they continue their journey into the world of online income.
Sounds good.
What are your final words of wisdom?
So let's distill everything down into some actionable steps.
Okay, sounds good.
So first, remember those 5 paths to online income.
Right.
Finding your niche, expanding a business, offering web services, online auctions, online marketing.
Right, like we've given them 5 keys, and now they have to choose which door to unlock.
Exactly. And once you've chosen your path,
Yeah.
do your research.
Right.
Don't just jump into the first opportunity you see.
Okay.
Vet it carefully. Read reviews.
Right.
Make sure it's legitimate business.
Be a savvy explorer, not a treasure-hungry pirate.
Exactly. And once you're ready to start,
Yeah.
remember that entrepreneurial mindset.
Right, believe in yourself. Be adaptable.
Exactly. And don't be afraid to fail.
Yeah. Failure is just a stepping stone.
Right. And most importantly,
Yeah.
find joy in the process.
Okay.
If you're not passionate about what you're doing,
Right.
it's going to be hard to stay motivated.
Yeah. It's got to be something you love.
Exactly. And take care of yourself.
Right.
Set boundaries.
Yeah.
Prioritize self-care.
Yeah.
Build a support network.
It's about the whole journey, not just the destination.
Exactly. Okay.
Yeah.
So for that final thought-provoking nugget,
Okay, the one that's going to keep our listeners up at night.
we've talked a lot about the practical side of making money online.
Right. The skills and the strategies.
But there's a bigger question here.
Okay.
What impact do you want to make on the world?
Ooh, that's a good one.
No, it's not just about making money.
Right.
It's about making a difference.
So, what problems do you want to solve?
Exactly. What positive change do you want to create?
I love that.
So, as you're building your online business,
Yeah.
think about how you can use your skills to make the world a better place.
It's like finding that sweet spot where purpose and profit meet.
Exactly.
That's amazing. Okay, I think we've officially reached the bottom of this deep dive.
I think so.
It's been an incredible journey exploring this ebook,
It has.
and I hope our listeners feel empowered to go out there and build their dream online business.
Me too. Remember, the online world is full of opportunities.
Yeah.
And you can achieve amazing things.
Absolutely. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, please leave us a comment.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
And until next time, keep diving.
Happy earning.
Thank you for tuning in to this episode of the Link in Bio podcast. Want to dive deeper into today's topic? Grab your copy now. Just click the link in the description. Stay curious, stay empowered, and we'll see you next time.